Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. A question on the mind of many folks today during this pandemic, post-pandemic, a lot of folks are worried about their future and their financial futures. So today on the program, I've got Cristina Alemeida, the principal of Convex B Works, based out of Miami, Florida, joining me. Cristina, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mark, for having me here.
My pleasure. Cristina, tell me a little bit about your business, your practice, and the type of folks that you help.
Yeah, basically, I've spent 25 years in the investment banking area. And then I decided to start this small business to help mostly startups because they're young people and they're trying to make it. And so I help them find financing, find investors, and put the right pitch. So as young people, they ask me for advice all the time. So what should I do? Where should I go? And so that's what I do for people. And I have other clients that ask me, should I invest in this or that? And I just give them my opinion. That's basically what I do.
Right on. So for these folks, what would you say is the number one thing on their mind when they come to see you? What's their biggest question?
The biggest question is really, should I invest in this? Should I invest that? Should I buy more stock or not? And I always say to people, the first thing in your mind should be, should I save more? I always start by the basics and I say, how much do you save? How much of your savings really are you putting in equities, or are you saving for a rainy day in case you need cash? So it starts with the basics. And I think most people, they get lured by the market. I'm going to make money in cryptocurrencies. Now I'm going to stop and I'm going to day trade. Do not stop. Do not start doing cryptocurrencies in your spare time, because the most valuable thing you can have is your money. And if you don't save it, you won't have it. So the first rule, and I always say this, think about before you spend it, right?
So, Cristina, is this based on a lot of myths or misconceptions out there? What's guiding these folks to these thoughts?
It's like everyone. I've lived on Wall Street, and it's almost like American football. The ball goes there, everybody goes there. So everybody thinks that they are going to make it. They're going to make big money by playing the market. But you can't play the market forever. You have to be really smart about it. You have to study it. And if you're doing it as an amateur, most likely you're not going to make a lot of money over time. So the way you have to approach it is you have to approach it from a simple standpoint. Say, you know what, I'm going to be saving here for a long time. And you basically have to take some money to play if you want. And you have to understand that that money is for playing. It's almost like you walk into a casino and you know you're going to lose the money. You might lose the money. And when you make money, just cut your probabilities of losing it right there, cash in. So I think that people look at it as more like a bet. I want to get rich and I want to get rich fast. And that doesn't work in the long term. If you save and you actually invest in very easy kind of instruments, and you try not to pay a lot of taxes and you do some kind of tax planning, you're going to be better off, because people don't think long term. Now I think it's the opportunity to think long term, because we've all been affected by COVID and we're thinking, oh my life used to be one thing, it's now another thing. I have to think for the future. So the last thing I would be doing now is taking my money and playing the market. Oh, because Tesla's stock is going up, I'm going to buy more and all that. Maybe you can take $2,000 and do it. But once you got to 4, cut it. Invest in something else. Save that and keep on investing as a very sort of regular, not very complicated, and I guarantee you're going to have money when you retire.
I appreciate that. And there's a lot of,
but it's more likely you're going to have money. It accumulates, really.
I could see a lot of folks, especially during the pandemic when Zoom was at the topic of the day, people jumping on Zoom stock as an example.
Right.
I could see that happening a lot. Cristina, how did you get started? What inspired you to get started with your business?
Actually, it was an evolution from the investment banking world. You know, I had done a lot of mergers and acquisitions. I did lending, a lot of capital markets throughout. I mean, and then one good day I decided to go back to technology because I was previously a nerd. And I wanted to help people that were starting businesses in technology. So I first moved to San Francisco, established a good base out there, made a lot of connections out there, and learned the ropes about angel investing and the whole VC world out there, and what these young people really needed. They needed a view, like an investor viewpoint. And so I started helping them. I mentor a group of women entrepreneurs almost every week. So I decided to start this because I think they need a perspective that's not theirs. You need to be in a lot of crisis to know what it is. If you're young and you're very enthusiastic about things, I'm going to make it, it's this, you have to put a little bit of reality into it with a lot of hope as well. So that's what I try to do with my business. I put reality plus hope. So hope is the path to get there. And reality is, this is where you are. And that's how you're going to get there.
I like that approach. And a lot of folks are going to resonate with your message, Cristina. For the folks listening today, how could they learn more from you and get in touch with you?
They can basically go to my website, convexbworks.com, and send me a message through the site, or they can email me, Cristina, which without an H, please, and a C in the beginning, at convexbworks.com.
Fantastic. Cristina, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to share with my listeners today. And I wish you continued success for your practice and for all of your clients.
Thank you so much, Mark, for the opportunity. And it was fantastic talking to you today.
Thank you so much. I'm Mark Imperial, and that's the program. We'll be back with another fantastic guest in this pandemic and post-pandemic topic world. Take care, and we'll talk soon.